Hey y'all, welcome back to General Wellness. Today we are talking about the top 5 healthy fats that you should be including in your diet in order to promote heart health, brain health, and all of the good things. So first we'll get started with a little bit about fats and then we will dive right into the 5 different things. Stay tuned to the end for more information that you can find on fats and healthy diets and different things like that as well. So to start off, what are we even looking for when it comes to fat? There are bunches of different kinds of fats, but the healthiest versions of them are going to be the unsaturated fats. So there's monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, but there's also saturated fat, and that's kind of what we want to avoid. So saturated fats are found in things like meat, so maybe like sausage, bacon, red meat, stuff like that. Also in dairy products, so butter and even yogurt and milk and things like that as well. So those are kind of what we want to avoid or have in moderation, but we want more of the unsaturated fats. And we're going to find out where we find those in the top 5 things that you should be including in your diet right now. Number 1 thing that you should be including in your diet as far as healthy fats goes is fish. Hear me out on this one because a lot of people hate fish, but it's going to be providing us with so many healthy fats, omega-3s, and these different things that actually have been shown to lower your bad cholesterol, the LDL, and increase the good cholesterol, your HDL. They've also been shown to prevent heart disease and different things like this by providing us with these healthy heart protectant fats. So if you don't like fish, I just dare you to try it again and see what you think. Make sure you're buying high quality fish, trying a bunch of different kinds to see what you do like. As far as the best kinds of fish go, salmon, tuna, things like that would be best. These fatty fishes that we consider. Tilapia and things like that are not going to have as much healthy fat in them. They're a little bit more watery and don't contain as much of the healthy fats. But there's a bunch of different recipes on my website for good ways to cook salmon and stuff like that as well. So I will link a few of those below so that you can check out those recipes. The second healthy fat that we should be including in our diet are nuts. So things like cashews or almonds or pecans, walnuts, different things like that, because these are also going to be providing us with great fat profiled omega-3s, a little bit of omega-6 as well, which we need a good balance of in our diet. And they're going to also be promoting that heart health and lowering our bad cholesterol like we talked about. Not to mention they also have a little bit of protein, not a ton, but they are good plant-based sources of healthy fats and a little bit of protein as well. So we should all be including nuts in whatever variety we like. If you're not a super big fan of just eating dry nuts by themselves, then try something like a trail mix. Even if it has a little bit of chocolate in it or something, you're still going to be getting those nuts in as long as you don't just pick out the chocolate and only eat that. The third thing, and this one is a little bit more challenging to find ways where you can add this in, is ground flax seed. So there's flax seeds that you can find, but our bodies don't digest these. We can't kind of break down the outside of that seed, so we have to buy ground flax seeds so that we actually can digest it. And then when you have the ground flax seed, you're kind of like, what do I do with this? Well, I mix it into smoothies, I mix it into oatmeal, maybe different baked goods, energy bites, and stuff like that. So find somewhere where you can pack this in. This is not only going to give you a ton of healthy fat in the omega-3s and things like we talked about, but it is also going to provide you with a ton of fiber, which is great. The fourth thing is going to be olive oil or avocado oil. So as far as cooking oils go, these are the 2 that we should be choosing over things like ghee or butter or coconut oil or anything like that. They're going to be much higher in the saturated fat and not really have as many of the heart healthy fats like we're discussing. But what's the difference between olive oil and avocado oil? Well, olive oil has a lower smoke point. So if you're sauteing in a pan on the stove, then you want to use avocado oil because that's going to get much hotter. But if you're baking in the oven, then you can use olive oil because it's usually just a set temperature. So if you're broiling, maybe that's a little bit different because it's going to get much hotter in the oven and then you could use your avocado oil. But baking under 400 and under degrees in the oven should be just fine with olive oil. And the fifth and final thing, one of my personal favorites, is avocado. So some people don't really consider avocado much of anything. Some people think it's a vegetable. It's actually a fruit, but it's also going to have a ton of fiber and healthy fat in it as well. So including avocado on top of tacos or in bowls or on salads or something like that is another great way to get in a healthy fat. So like I mentioned, these are the top 5 healthy fats that we should be including in our diet to promote overall heart health. Fat also does a lot of other different things in our body as far as keeping us healthy, brain health, hormones, every different thing like this. But it's particularly important when it comes to cholesterol management. So you want to make sure you're including these healthy fats in our diet. Not just any fats, so not any of the less healthy fats, but these particular ones are going to be what is really great for us. Now, if you're a little bit more curious about the nitty-gritty of this topic, I've included a link below to my blog all about the foundation for a healthy diet. This also includes other things, not just fat, that we should be focusing on in order to have an overall healthy diet. It also dives a little bit further into this different kinds of fat like we discussed and gives you a little bit more background information. So feel free to check out that video all about a healthy diet. And if you have any particular questions, leave a comment in the section below. And let me know, do you like fish? Do you use avocado oil? All of these different things. Tell me how you use them, maybe what recipes you use, all of these different things in the comment section below.